Have you ever felt like you're just drowning in data, but you can't find a single drop of real wisdom? Well, today we're going to dive into a powerful case study that shows you exactly how to turn that data fire hose into a clear, strategic roadmap. Let's get right into it.
This right here, this is the billion-dollar question for any strategist, isn't it? I mean, we are swimming in information, but the real competitive edge, that comes from finding the one critical signal in all that noise. So how do you find the insight that's going to define your next big win?
And you know, that storm of data is probably at its most intense in the pharmaceutical industry. We're talking clinical trial results, regulatory filings, patent expirations, competitor announcements. It's all scattered across countless different sources. It is a true data whirlwind.
Okay, so to make this all a bit more concrete, let's step onto a real-world battleground. The incredibly competitive and fast-moving market for HR plus HER2-negative breast cancer therapies. This is a very specific but hugely valuable slice of oncology where the stakes are just enormous. So a major global pharma company was facing this exact problem. They kind of knew what was happening in the market, but all their information was fragmented. They needed a single source of truth, an interactive system that could give them a unified, real-time view of this incredibly complex landscape.
And just look at the sheer variety of intelligence they needed to pull together. We're not just talking about one or two things. This is everything from clinical trial outcomes and launch timelines, all the way to the complex web of developer partnerships and even the specific science behind emerging drugs. I mean, can you imagine trying to track all of this manually? It's just a recipe for falling behind.
So, how do you even begin to build a solution for a problem this complicated? Well, you don't just throw technology at it. No, you need a systematic, really thoughtful methodology. The process to get this kind of clarity is super methodical. It all starts with integration. You got to pull all those different sources into one place. Then you apply advanced analytics to turn that raw data into something that actually means something. Step 3 is absolutely crucial, creating interactive visuals. See, it's not enough to just have the data. You need to be able to play with it, filter it, and spot the patterns for yourself. And finally, you keep the system alive with continuous updates, so the intelligence you're looking at is always current.
This whole process, really, is designed to create one thing: actionable intelligence. This isn't just data for the sake of having data. It's information that has been refined and put into context to the point where it directly empowers a specific, strategic decision. It's the difference between knowing a fact and knowing what to do with that fact.
All right, so what does this actually look like in practice? Let's see how this dashboard turns all that integrated data into real, high-stakes decisions. This is where the magic really happens. When you track competitor profiles and their patents, you suddenly get this 360-degree view of your rivals. When you're monitoring emerging therapies, you can accurately assess new opportunities in the market. And when you have real-time intelligence on trial milestones and launch timelines, well, you gain true strategic agility. You get the power to anticipate and respond to market shifts, not just react to them after the fact.
You know, ultimately, it all comes down to this one idea. It's all about empowerment. It's about giving leaders the confidence that their decisions are based on the most current, most comprehensive intelligence they can possibly have.
Now, what's so powerful about this approach is that it's not just for one specific market. These principles of turning complex data into clear, simple decisions, they're universal across the entire healthcare landscape. Take a condition like sarcopenia, that's the age-related loss of muscle mass. It's a huge and growing field, and understanding the competitive landscape here is absolutely critical. Or think about a complex blood cancer, like multiple myeloma, where the pipeline is just constantly evolving with new treatments. You need that deep, integrated view to keep up. The same exact thing applies to autoimmune disorders like alopecia areata. New treatments are always popping up, completely reshaping the market. And finally, a widespread issue like chronic kidney disease, which affects millions and millions of people. In every single one of these diverse areas, the fundamental challenge is exactly the same. That need for clear, actionable intelligence is universal. So let's bring this all home and talk about the final takeaway. What is the real strategic edge we're talking about here? It is a fundamental shift in how you operate. You move from this world of fragmented data and scattered reports, which always leads to reactive decisions, over to a world with a unified platform that delivers actionable intelligence, letting you have a truly proactive strategy. You're no longer playing catch-up, you're setting the pace.
And that's the core mission right there. It's all about transforming that raw material of competitive data into the finished, valuable product of an actionable strategy.
And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. In a market that moves faster every single day, is the intelligence you're relying on agile enough to let you win?